Hi, everyone. It's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So if this is one of your first times joining me, I'm so glad that you have found me. If you're on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe just down around here. Oh my goodness. And also, if you are on Facebook, make sure that you've given permission to StreamYard so that I know who's leaving the comments. Now, one thing, this is a replay, so if you catch me on the replay, that's awesome. I may be talking to people just so that you're aware of that. And if you do have any questions about this particular thing that I'm doing tonight, just reach out to me. I try to answer all of my comments that are on YouTube and on Facebook. Just make sure that you tag me in there. So welcome to Tuesday. How did they do that technique class? This one I've been sitting on for quite a while. I didn't know whether or not and when to do it. I was thinking maybe I'd do it while I was away. But honestly, this is one that it's a fun technique, a very quick and easy technique. It's one of those ones that you can use something that you have around you. So in any event, I'm going to just get on down, right on down to my desktop here. So let's see, I'm just going to get down here. Now, one thing, just to let you know, hello, Lorraine. This PDF will be posted tomorrow at 9:05 on my Facebook group. You'll have to make sure that you catch the link that's just down here if you're not a member of that Facebook group. And then it's in the file section and you'll be able to download it, make your own copies and everything else. So I give the instructions. I'll post a picture of my card that I do today. And if there's anything special or anything new, I'll put down here. I'll always put measurements. Measurements are really quite easy. But if there's new product or anything like that, I'll make sure that I put that on there. And also make sure then that you put your own sample. And then when you print this off, you can put this into a 3-ring binder and basically you can always refer to it. I'll also put the video link here so that you can go back and catch the video on this as well. Hello, Linda from California. I'm so glad. Now, honestly, this is the simplest technique going, and you're going to go, oh, wow, why didn't I think of that? Or if it's something that you've done, it'll just remind you that you've done it. It's called the bubble wrap technique. And this is a technique that is perfect for doing any kind of a background stamp, but honestly, I've got to tell you that it is so easy to do. And I do have another variation of this, but I'm not going to do that variation. I might do that on another day with the variation because that's a real easy one to do. Hello, Judy and Fran and Judy. Judy, Fran, and Judy. There you go. In any event, this bubble wrap technique. I thought the perfect timing would be, especially with Christmas around the corner, you're getting all this little tiny bubble wrap. And this is what you want to use is the little bubble wrap. You don't want to use the big ones. But are you the type of person that goes and pops them all? Well, don't, because you're going to want this bubble wrap on there. All right, so I have a piece here. Now, there's a smooth side, and then there's a side that you can feel all the bubbles and everything else. But I want to show you a couple of different looks with it. Now, I found that it was really, you could get a very bold look with it. You can get a very subtle look. And then I'm going to show and use another one that's on there. Hello, Kathy. All right. So let's see, what color should I use? I think I'll use the polished pink. And this will give you quite a dramatic look to it, but that'll be good for you. So all you're going to do, remember you do it on the side with the bubbles facing up, and all you're going to do is just ink up your bubble wrap. Honestly, I feel bad showing this as a technique because it is that easy. But there might be people that have never, ever done this before. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to take your cardstock. I'm just going to ink up just a tiny bit more. And all you're going to do is just lay this on here. And then you're just going to come in with some scrap paper. And we're just going to rub this and burnish this on here. And there's our technique. So it's kind of cool the way that that works, right? So what I wanted to do is I kind of want to show you some other ways that you can do this. I've got that, and I've actually got it done in, I showed it, or I've got it on this card, and this is the Orchid Oasis. Now, is that not pretty? Now, imagine doing it in a more subtle card. So So I'm going to do this in a crumb cake, and I'm going to show you what the crumb cake will look like. You've never done this. Well, there you go. This is called recycle and reuse, right? So I'm going to show you it, and think of what kind of cards that you could make with this. Like, this would be perfect for masculine cards. So let's just do this on the back of this one here. We're just going to come in with this scrap piece here. And let's see it. Whoops. And watch. I can catch some more there. I can catch some here. And would that make a really neat background also for a masculine card? Now, depending on what you cover up with it and everything else, that might determine how much you cover with the background and whatever. So then what I did with mine this afternoon was, if you don't have that much bubble wrap, is I just went and ran this underwater and I let it dry. But I'm going to show you another technique that I'm actually going to use for this card today. And I'm going to show you the stamp set that I'm using. I'm actually using something new from the JA mini catalog, and it's called Ginkgo branch. And I know that there was somebody that was on here the other day that went and said, oh, I'm dying to see you use something with the Ginkgo branch. Honestly, this is a really simple card. These dies, there's only 6 dies, but are they ever amazing? So I've cut these out, and I love this label one. And look at these sentiments on there. Sending hope and peace, thinking of you with sympathy and friend. Then also these stamp, and they're like a distinctive stamp. And then they have the dies to also cut those out as well. So it would look really nice to have more layers on your card, but we're going to just use the outline ones today. All right. So on here, like it says, you could use spots. You could use a bunch of different colors. Oh, wow. I'm always amazed when I've showed you something that you've never seen before. I've done it, and I've also done it with the big bubbles, but I don't quite like the way that it looks with that. It looks like too many blobs. But anyways, you could use different colors. You could use a bunch of different ones, but the one hint that I would give you with that is start with your lightest color first, and then I would not use this big of a stamping thing. I would use like a stamping spot is what I would use on there. But watch this other one that you can do with this. So I decided that on this gecko one, I am going to use, so what I'll do is I'll get the card. No, you know what? I'll just show you this other part here. Now I have a piece of the basic white. I have a little piece, so it doesn't have to even be a huge piece of bubble wrap. Okay, so I'm going to show you a different way of doing it. So I'm coming in with my Pear Pizzazz, and I'm just going to take my bubble wrap, and you see I'm doing it a little bit different than the other one. Now you might get some inky fingers, but see how I've got it like that? Now what I'm going to do is I am going to lay this onto my card base, and we're going to do it all different places just to give a really interesting background. See how it just changes it. So instead of just doing it straight like this, because to me I thought that was just a little too much, but I like this look. This look makes me happy with this. And again, I can use this again. I can just wash it. So I'll put that, and when I mean wash it, I just run it under the tap. That's all I do. All right, so we've got this in the Pear Pizzazz. And what I decided I was going to do with this, I was going to use Night of Navy. I've got this 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. So let's just go in there and use our bone folder and get that good and scored. And then I wanted to have a layer of the pear pizzazz on there. I really like green and blue together, and these two colors together look amazing. And see with this, see what we've done? Now we've got a really interesting background, right? Now, I also cut my ginkgo leaves out of Night of Navy. So they're just like this. And you know what? I'm thinking now I probably should have run this through with the adhesive sheets, but of course I don't think of that sort of stuff. So I'm just going to come in here and you know what? I might put this behind and I might put this on top, and I'm going to pop this up a bit. So let's go ahead and put these two together. So who's going to pull that bubble wrap out of your garbage? Because, well, I don't know about you guys, but we can't recycle plastic like that here in Kamloops. I mean, it's like you have to have this reference sheet all over the place for what we can recycle. So okay, so we've got that like that. So I'm just going to put this on there. And, you know, I can put just a tiny bit down here. I'm just going to let that set for a second. And then I'm going to come in with my black dimensionals. And I'm going to put those on the back of this. Now, these black dimensionals, I'm using the small ones. So I could... You're looking for some now, eh, Lorraine? Oh, my goodness. I thought it was perfect timing because of the Christmas season, right? Lots of parcels coming, being delivered and that sort of stuff. So yeah, instead of waiting until everyone's thrown it out, you can use this. And like I say, you can get some pretty amazing backgrounds. I have one more idea to do with it, but I think I might do that on Now What series on Thursday nights. I won't be doing any of those until in the new year because I'm away, but I will definitely do something with this bubble wrap, showing you using something from your craft room, just to give you another idea of what to do with it. I thought that would be, I think it'll be kind of cool. I'm just going to actually cut this. Oh my goodness, I don't have my snips with me. How can I not have snips here? In any event, I'm just going to use my ribbon scissors, and don't do this. Don't use your ribbon scissors on something like that. I'm just going to come in. I just want to get one on here. And I think we can put another one. Whoops, that's a little bit too big. So just cut that down. Whoops. I'm just going to put this right about here. I just want that to pop up. Judy says I can buy a whole roll of bubble wrap at Walmart. Yes, you can, but how much do you need to do? I mean, if you're going to use bubble wrap, that would be great, but it's great for wrapping around parcels and around chocolate. Lorraine, you should have some from Vienna. I'm sure there was some stuff that was wrapped in bubble wrap. Anyways, just like it's so fun and so easy to do this that, yeah. So let me just one more here. All right, so I'm just going to lay this part down on here. Just gives a bit more behind. And then I'm going to put this over top. That's going to be nice with it popped up like that. And then Another thing, this is something that is retiring. This is the soft sea foam. It goes great on here, so I'm going to actually use this on there as well. But I don't think, do I want to put that on and then, because I went and I cut from the Ginkgo leaves, I cut this really amazing label. But I thought the label could go across here. You know what? I could probably even just loop this ribbon around. So let's see how that's going to look. Now, as far as the sentiment goes, you know what? I think I'll do a thinking of you sentiment. I was originally going to do a sympathy one, but you know what? I don't want to do a sympathy card. Oh, there you go. Lorraine says she found some all the way from Vienna. Honestly, that's where mine came from too. All right, so I'm going to use some Night of Navy with this. And if I didn't get it straight, I cut out some extras there. And let's just put this. You know what? If I put this like this, off to the one side, what I could do is I could take this ribbon. Oh, man. And I'm just actually going to tie this around here. Originally, I was, like I say, I was thinking that what I would do is I would loop it behind, but I think this will be okay. That Thinking of You is pretty small for this large label. It fits really good with this one, Sending Hope and Peace, but honestly, it's a little too big for the remainder, but we'll just do this on here. Not a whole lot. Now this, like I say, this ribbon is retiring. I don't even know. I kind of think that there's a reduced price on it. All right, so let's go ahead and let's just glue that on there. And see, I really like that green and navy together. And then on the inside of the card, because it's a navy card, we have to do something. So you know what? I think I'm going to use this big one here because these ones are just too small. I'm just going to take that off. So this stamp set is available as of January the 5th, if you're not a Stampin' Up demonstrator. If you want to get this before, you could always join the Stampin' Up community, right? Now, you know what? There we go. And I'm actually going to come in and do that with the Night of Navy. And let's just stamp this part right here. There we go. That can go on the inside. And whatever other sentiment you want to put on there. And you know, we could have done some of that bubble wrap there too. Watch. I'm going to do something here. I don't know how it's going to look. I'm putting the card on and I should actually figure it out first if it's going to look okay. All right. So that piece of bubble wrap, I'm going to come in with my Pear Pizzazz again. Oh, and this is your favorite. I know somebody else who has this as one of the favorites. Okay, so we're just going to put a tiny bit of that bubble wrap technique right there. There we go. Just to give a tiny bit of a look, and then you could put another sentiment on there and it would look really nice behind it with the navy. All right, so let's go and put this on here. And you know what? I'm just going to snip this off just a bit. I'm going to put some dimensionals on there. Now you don't want to put dimensional right on the ribbon. I put it half on the ribbon and half off the ribbon, and then that way it won't flop off of there. Oops. This is not wanting to come off here very well. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that on there. Just like that. Simple card. You never tried this mishwari. Well, there you go. It's such a simple way of doing it. And a simple card. I decided to go very simple tonight. Now, we want to put some gems on there. So we have a couple choices. This is a brand new pack of gems. And I don't quite like this blue that's in there. So I'm actually going to come in with my solid faceted gems. And I'm going to use the Night of Navy ones there. They don't get the blue matching very well. I'm wondering if maybe, let me try something. I'm going to come in with my, maybe I want to come in with my Night of Navy blends. Thought I had them here. I was thinking the Night of Navy blends would look really good on this balmy blue ones. That's a dark balmy blue. That's not going to work. I don't know where I put them. That's strange. Well, we're going to use these ones. Let's put a couple there and one right here. Now, I've been using 5 gems on most of mine, but I think this 3 with the ribbon is good enough. Awesome. Well, thanks, Laura. Simple, but see how that just sort of pops that off. So let me show you. And like I say, on a Thursday night, I'm going to show you, not this Thursday, it'll be after I get back in the new year, but I'm going to show you, here are the ones that are full ones. That's polished pink. And you know what you could do too, this would be kind of neat as one strip down a card. This is the Orchid Oasis, and then there's one in the brown. This kind of looks like seashells. That's an idea. In any event, there we go. So I hope you enjoyed that. Don't throw that bubble wrap away, you guys. Keep it and try this technique and keep a piece around, because you're going to probably want to do the technique that I am doing in the new year with this bubble wrap as well. Remember, you can just run this right under your tap and you'll get this ink off and you'll be able to do something like that. But like I say, it's a little bit different, right? And then, of course, we've just got the inside of the card. I think thinking of you during these times, or you know what, there is, I'm wondering if I could. I thought maybe this would have had something with it on there, but it doesn't. In any event, I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah. So don't forget, at 9:05 tomorrow, what I'm going to be doing is I will have this posted tomorrow on my Facebook group. It is right down below here is a link to the Facebook group. It'll be at 9:05. I'll put a notice out there at 9 o'clock in the morning that I'm posting it. It's under the file section. And this is technique number 30. And this is the bubble wrap technique. Now, I'm hoping tomorrow, before I leave on Thursday, that I'll get 2 more techniques done for you, so that my techniques and my card sketches will be done while I'm away. I won't be doing any of my other lives, but I will be doing 2 more techniques, I'm hoping, because I'm not planning on stamping from Winnipeg, but I will be doing lots of tutorials and that sort of stuff and getting ready. So anyways, you guys, thank you so much for joining. I really do appreciate that. Don't forget, give me the thumbs up if you like that. remember to share my video. That's one of the best compliments that you can give me, is to share my video. And, tell people about my YouTube channel. Get them to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really do appreciate that. Remember, if you live in Canada, you're not working with the demonstrator, I would love to send you the new catalogs, because these catalogs are coming out on going live on January the 5th, and it's celebration time. So remember that you can earn stuff for free. So in any event, you guys, we will see you tomorrow. Actually, I'm doing my mystery challenge. I'm excited about this one. My order finally came in so that I can do this one as well. And we will see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock Pacific. Anyways, you guys, have a great night. Bye for now.